Many people seem to assume that G represents Guo, Miles Guo. This is nonsense. The spelling of my surname Guo became Kwok, Miles Kwok, after I moved to Hong Kong. So my surname has nothing to do with the entire G series. What's most interesting is, when they first asked me about this G very earlier on, asked why I called it G, I said the G series G stands for God, goal, and good. I said, besides God, G also stands for goal, as well as good, and glorious wealth. Yet many thought, it doesn't make sense for the G to stand for God. It only makes sense to them that the G stands for Guo. I honestly did not intend to use G to represent Guo. If you really want to understand Miles Guo, you should take a look at the Pangu Plaza. Take a look at the Pangu Club at Pangu Plaza. Take a look at the name of the club at Yuda Palace Hotel back then. Also the name of the club card for the Hongla Cabaret inside Yuda Palace Hotel. Back then, even the mainland authorities asked, as a Chinese, why did you do that? We believe that one should never lie to God, and also believe that there is Jesus in the world. Even back then, they all thought we were rather strange. We have faith. I believe in the divine. I believe we humans have a divine being watching over us, but they don't have faith. So they insisted that G represents the Guo family, as if our Guo family needs this G to represent us. If such is the case, why didn't I just call my Pangu Plaza as Guo Pangu, or Yuda as Guo Yuda? As an individual, I never see myself that important. Yet many fellow fighters come to believe that the G series represent Guo. If you don't believe in God, then you can't live up to the entire G series. The most important thing that God has brought to mankind is acceptance and love. You should respect that humans are all equal. If you don't have a heart for equality, acceptance, and love, you will end up having nothing. That's why we do what we do today. Under Shi or Hilter, there's no equality, no compassion, let alone acceptance. Today, in the Chinese society, at this exact moment, do you think such things would happen? In Shanghai and Guangzhou, if this is a society of equality, acceptance, and compassion, do you think such a thing is even possible? What kind of society it is without equality, compassion, and acceptance? Brothers and sisters, society under Hitler was a deceitful society, and such is also the case under Putin, a totalitarian society, a crazy society, a society without humanity or acceptance, let alone equality or compassion. I believe in Buddha, Muhammad, Siddhartha Gautama, and Jesus are all divine. It doesn't matter to me which God people believe in. I respect you as long as you have faith. As long as you have faith, the divine. The most scary thing is that the Chinese don't believe in anything. In the Chinese society nowadays, people basically have no faith at all. Therefore, the very goal of our G series is to let people have faith, especially like G fashion and G clubs. All these efforts ultimately are aimed to lead people to the NFSC, because in a society without freedom, in a society without compassion, respect, or equality, a man is worse off than animals. What do you need the money for in such a society? So this is our G series. Don't ever regard the G series as Guo series. That's most upsetting for me. The G series is the world in which we honor all the divine. It has nothing to do with Guo. If you have been merely following Guo, then that's your sorrow. It's truly tragic if you think like that. Brothers and sisters, please bear in mind, G representing the G series belongs to our NFSC. As a state, also pronounced as Guo, the new federal state of China can also be represented as G. So the G series is the national series of the NFSC. It's also the series of the divine.